And we're banging.
We're like,
both hands.
We're like, Ayuda!
Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine?
We're back in business.
What's up, y'all? It's Jen Abi, and today we are here with our first
Story time. So in case you guys didn't already know, we post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Make sure to tune in. We're gonna be posting these videos, so stay with us. So as you guys already know from our recap video of 2017, this summer we went to Europe for an entire month, and it was super lit. But we did have some crazy moments. It was like one of our first really big long vacation. So before you watch this video, make sure you like this video, comment like some other video ideas that you have for us. We've been getting a few, we've been seeing them. Share this video with your friends. Join us in making our little family a little bit bigger.
and subscribe.
So as you can tell from the title of this video,
We were trapped in the closet.
in freaking Barcelona. So this was like the first part of our trip where we did laundry for the first time, because we were staying in like one of the coolest hostels we got to stay in.
And we only had one backpack, so we had like 10 outfits for 30 days. So we had to do laundry along the way. So we finally were at our first laundry stop, but we weren't gonna have a laundry stop for days to come. So we had to do laundry that night, but it was late and the laundry was closed. So honestly, I might have been the one that got us into this situation, because I went up to the counter and I begged this guy, like, in my best Spanish possible. I was like, listen, like, we have a flight early in the morning, like, we won't be able to do our laundry in the morning, we won't be able to do our laundry for the next like 10 days,
because the place was the laundry room was closing at 9,
and we got there at
like
9:50. Yeah, so like the guy was like, well, I just locked up, but if you go down there and if it's still open, I mean, you can use it. So I told Jen, I was like, let's go and let's try it. We'll stay down there with our laundry, we'll do it really fast, and we'll be out of there.
Because he's like, if you can make it there before we close, it's fine. Like, we won't close it on you.
So he verbally told me it was okay. Please remember this at the end of the video.
So for the laundry room, like, we had to exchange some euros for these like laundry coins that, like, those specific coins could only be used in that laundry room, and like, we didn't have enough coins.
Yeah, she was like, Abby, go upstairs and ask the guy at the counter if he'll exchange the euros for these laundry coins. So I go and I'm ready to go upstairs and I'm trying to open this door and the door doesn't open.
So she comes and she's like, babe, I think we're locked in here. And like, you know, obviously probably by now you can tell how freaking exaggerated Abby is. So I was like, babe, we're not locked in here.
No, but
and
I tried this door so many times. Like, I was pushing and pulling and twisting and turning and doing everything to open this door, and it was not opening. And I was like, come try the door, because I can't open it and I really think it's locked.
And I'm like, so I turned into like mom mode, where I was like, if I go over there and that door is gonna open, like, you're dumb. So like, I'm like, all right, like, walking over, I'm annoyed because I was about to start my laundry, and I walk over to the door and I'm like, dun, 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 and it doesn't open. And I have a moment where I'm like,
mind you, this is in a basement. So the hotel is like a big hotel or whatever, the hostel. It's like a huge hostel, tons of floors, and then the first level is the reception. The second level is like underground. And then you have to go another level down to get to the laundry room, which is literally like under the basement. Yeah. Like, you're 3 floors down underground.
So we start freaking out. We're like, what do we freaking do? Like, how do we get out of here? There were cameras. Like, we started waving, like, we're like, help, help. And in Spanish, it's ayuda. So we were like, ayuda, ayuda. So we were looking, like, thinking, like, how could we possibly get out of this laundry room right now? And then it hit me. I was like, okay, why don't we email the hostel? So I look up on Google, like, email for hostel, and
because we thought that the guy who's literally sitting at the front desk, what do you do when you're a reception person? You literally sit at a computer. So we're thinking that if there's an email, it's gonna go directly to him and he'll see it.
Right. So there were 2 options. Either we could call and take like a charge with T-Mobile for calling over like an overseas
which
number,
is super expensive.
Yeah, or we could email. So I was like, screw it, we're gonna freaking email. So I email, like, and in the subject head, like, because I needed to get their attention, in the subject head I was like ayuda, estamos en el laundry, which means help, we're in the laundry room. The body of the message was, please come save us, like, we're stuck in the laundry room.
We're like, we're trying to get your attention, we're waving at the camera.
Yeah.
We can't call you because we have American phones. Come get us.
And so, you know, Abi and I are like thinking
we're trying to find a way out. I have to pee. Like, I had to pee so bad. Like, I was like, Jen, I'm gonna pee on myself.
I was like, oh, and our flight was at 10 in the morning the next day, and
the laundry didn't open until 10 in the morning.
So we genuinely thought we were gonna sleep in the freaking laundry room.
I was like, we're gonna have to sleep in here. Once they come and open it, our flight's gonna be gone.
Yeah,
like, we were.
This was like before we found the number and the email or whatever. But so we were like, okay, if by the next like 30 minutes they don't respond to our email, we're gonna call. Right? So Abi and I are dramatic, obviously. So
5 minutes later,
5 minutes later, we're like, screw it, we're gonna call. So I'm like, all right, I'll take the charge, babe. And so like I call the number and you hear doo doo doo. We're sorry, like in Spanish, this number is not in service. And I was like, that's it, we're doomed. We're gonna miss our flight to freaking Paris, where I've wanted to go my entire life. Like, I started like thinking like I was in a crisis. And
we were in a crisis.
Yeah.
So fast forward, and we have been in the laundry now for like 45 minutes. We're freaking out. We really think that we're about to miss our flight. We're gonna have to sleep in the laundry room. We're like, I'm pissed at this point because I'm like, I literally talked to this guy and he literally told me that I could come down here and do my laundry. And what did he do? Follow me and lock the door behind me? I was livid. So I'm like, no, we're gonna get their attention. So Jensine and I go over to the door, which is this huge bolted shut metal door. And she's like, all right, like, we're gonna have to bang on the door. Like, and I'm like, Jen, that's not gonna get their attention. They're 3 stories up.
Not to mention he was blasting
the music in the lobby. Like,
so
it was not no professional stuff. This man was blasting like he was at a freaking rave. He was blasting the music in the lobby. So we're like, you know what? We're gonna try to bang over the music. So Jen and I get on this door and we're banging.
We're like, dum 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 dum. We're like, Ajuda. And so like Abi's banging on the door and I'm like jumping in front of the camera like, help, help. Like, we had to be super dramatic because they were literally gonna forget us.
So after like literally 30 minutes of banging on the door, like, our hands were red, we were kicking the door, like, I was ready to kick the door down, but it was literally a metal door. For like real. We couldn't. So after like 30 minutes, finally there was a moment where like the music went quiet and we were just like belting like, help, like, we're in the laundry, like freaking out. Like, we were crying, we were like scared, we didn't understand what was happening. At this point, we literally like, this could have been on purpose. Like, they could have been mad at us. We could have been kidnapped. Like, we didn't know what the hell was happening. But all of a sudden, we're 2 girls and we're locked in this fucking basement underneath a hostel. So we were so scared. And then finally, can you believe that this security guard and the guy from the freaking lobby comes?
They literally come in like,
they're like, what's the problem? And I'm like,
like, we're stuck.
We're like
in the basement.
I'm like mad at the guy. He's like, what are you doing down here? Like, in Spanish. And I'm like,
doing the laundry that you told me.
I'm like, you literally told me I could come down here and then you locked the door behind me. He's like, oh, well, I guess I forgot you were down here. And I was like, I was down here for not even 5 minutes before you left it. We were going back and forth with this guy and he's like, well, you can't do your laundry. So, long story short, we didn't get to do our laundry. We had to go grab our laundry and they let us out of the laundry room. We were angry, we were scared, we were anxious. This was the scariest thing that had ever happened to us. Can you imagine, like, thinking that
like
maybe it was on purpose?
Of your big 30-day trip and you're stuck in a basement.
You're locked in a basement laundry room. Like, literally, we were gonna miss our flight. Like,
you feel
just talking about it.
Like, I know, I'm like, The trip was amazing, but that shit was
that
so
was
funny.
so scary.
When
now
it was
it's
funny, and you're like, that was so scary.
No,
I'm like,
now
"Oh,
it's
that was
really funny because we look back and we're like, we got the best was like, because sometimes when you don't understand Spanish, like Spanish doesn't translate as funny in English.
Yeah.
So the subject of her email was the best when she was like, ayuda, estoy en el laundry.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. Like we were just dying and like, it was just such a funny experience, but so scary in the moment. Like, oh my gosh. If you haven't already done it, make sure you like this video, comment below what country you want to hear story time from, comment below anything that you want us to do this 2018. We are so excited to do this with you guys. I think we're gonna say that every single video because we love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow us on Instagram, all that. You already know the deal. Peace.